I was not paying attention at the time. I was looking at Pinterest. Hello, everybody. Hope you're doing well. It's currently 2 o'clock. It is time to get started. Let me make sure I prep the whole main scene correctly. I did. What's up, Safi? Welcome. Glad to see you here. Hope you're doing well. Let's get warmed up and all that good stuff. Today was an interesting day for me. However, I should say, how are you doing, Safi, before I start yapping about my own day? There was a grackle. Surprisingly, who would have guessed? There was a grackle that was like stuck inside of my apartment's complex's like main entrance. It snuck inside somehow. I found it. It was freaking out. I tried getting it to leave by propping the door open and leaving, but it kept trying to run into a glass window, and it eventually stunned itself. So it it stopped flying. I checked it. Thankfully, its wing and its feet did not get hurt, so it just rattled its brain. I picked her up and took her outside. First time I've ever touched or handled a grackle. Of course, I was very careful. I looked up afterwards. I looked up if there's bird flu in the area. There is not, but I still, thoroughly washed my hands and disinfected everything I touched. But it was really cool and good to hear that you're having a good one. This box, I am barely adhering to the 90-degree rule. I guess I was yapping too much about grackles. I've already been drawing a little bit today. I found two important things. We start streams with art philosophy sometimes, and I'm glad Safi's here because Safi has great questions and great takes. Video games have been a little bit poisonous for my drawing time. I'm using them as an easy, quick escape. I will tell you now, the video games I'm playing do not fulfill me as much as art. However, to me, they're like more brain off, right? All I have to do is do one thing. I have less freedoms in the amount of expression, right? Because it's a video game, etc. And so I've used them as a little bit too much of an escape recently, instead of actually drawing. Because drawing can be intimidating, and especially I've had a bout of kind of scarier, I don't know. Intimidating drawing sessions, right? Where I've put a lot of stress on myself. I've had high expectations, and I've been putting a lot of effort into mitigating expectations and tempering myself and treating drawing, protecting art, right? Protecting how I feel about drawing and not letting it become this poisonous, scary thing in my life. That's all well and good, but I realized today, playing a little bit too many video games for my liking. And I, just set up everything and started drawing. And then I had another amazing emotion, kind of followed by that. And this is a feeling I haven't had probably since I drew the Bill drawing, which I was just having a blast. Like, I was watching piece by piece things come together. Sure, it's not perfect, but holy crap. Like, the nagging voice in the back of my head being like, oh, it could be better, or it could be more like this, or this artist, or this thing. The comparative part of my brain was kind of being quieter than usual. It's been rather loud recently, so I appreciated that. I hope that's not someone knocking on my door. There's like a big knocking noise. I'm not sure if I'd equate it to flow. It's adjacent. It's like a cousin of flow slash, I hate saying the word flow state because it was recently like a meme. But I was like, I sat back and I looked and I mirrored the canvas. I was like, holy crap, I'm having so much fun. I don't care how it looks. I'm enjoying what I'm making. Things are falling into place, right? And it's a rare feeling, right? Maybe flow, maybe it comes after that, yeah. Because I wouldn't say I'm always like totally that happy in flow state, right? Like whenever I've ever been hitting that, I'm a bit impartial to what I'm drawing. I'm just like, oh yeah, but like this thing goes here and this thing goes here. I'm not thinking too much, right? But this one, while, I had a bit of that, continuous energy about it, I was definitely a bit more, conscious of what I was doing. Because like I said, that voice, that comparative nagging voice, it was still in the back of my head. But I wasn't letting it overtake me. But yeah, and I'm very glad. There's that pessimistic voice in my head, and maybe in everyone's head, I'd wager, that's like, I'll never have that feeling again. Oh, Hugh, life is full of joy. Be jolly. I love that name. Welcome to the stream. What a great conversation to join in on. We're talking about how I was literally about to say this. I'm not saying this because your name is awesome. There's this pessimistic voice in my head that sometimes like you'll never feel that great feeling again of like drawing something that you love or etc. And I was scared because I haven't felt that in a minute, and then or like to the same degree, right? And then I did today. So, it's a very nice reminder that there's always opportunities for us to find that joy in what we make. Oh, I forgot to fix the Twitch chat on screen. We'll do that during BRB today. I said I would last time after stream. I'll fix it today. And I think another part of it is this is a personal drawing. I'm not sure. Yeah, my bad. I'm not sure if I'm gonna share this drawing with people. I once again I say like 40 to 60% of my artwork is personal drawings that I don't share with people. But we'll see, because I really like the message I put behind this one. Don't worry, I'm not feeling pressured to share it. I never do. In fact, telling myself like I don't plan on sharing this one helps me be less like, oh, what will X person think about it, or Y person, or etc. Let's see, that works. Not the best box in the world, but hey, we're here to warm up. I've also been yapping a ton. My work tends to falter a bit when I do that. Safi, what have you been up to recently? Have you just been busy? My nose is itching so much, I don't know why. Maybe I did get bird flu. So, a bit of context too. Is this a hobby or hobby and a job? It's just a hobby, yeah. I just graduated college and I'm looking for software engineering jobs, so if you know anybody, give them my name. But yeah, no, art is completely just a hobby for me. It's probably my most involved hobby, because we stream about, when I was in school, which I considered like full-time, right? We only streamed about like an hour and a half a day, but recently we've been streaming about 3 hours on average. Zapata does talk about drawing and gaming a fair bit in his streams, definitely a common experience, yeah. I mean, gaming is so addictive, right? Or addicted, it's geared to that, right? They get more money the longer you're playing, right? Arcade style. Or just people want to make a good game, and of course you want to play a good game, right? How about you? I'm gonna call you Jolly, if that's okay. Also because there's a YouTuber I really like named Jolly, Jolly Wankor on on YouTube. Nice straight lines, thank you. Exams, when are they going to be over, Safi? The exams never end. Sorry to hear, though. People call me Jolly. Heck yeah. Jolly, do you yourself draw? What is your hobby? In 20 years, I think. That's when a week. I was gonna say, like, were you exaggerating, or? Let me put my phone away. It's distracting. You love drawing? Heck yeah. Well, welcome to the Kavel channel. We are art beginners. I'm an art baby, I'd consider myself. We're learning constructional drawing from a website called Drawbox. It's not sponsored, but it's a free art learning platform for constructional drawing. We're currently in lesson 6, so we'll be drawing a a soap dispenser today. We've been working on it for a couple days. My mind is fried, as you can see. Well, hey, 20 days, that's survivable. That's less than 3 weeks, right? Barely less than 3 weeks, but it's 3 weeks. I wish you the best of luck. How many exams do you have, may I ask? But college drains your time. No, I definitely understand that. I mean, I started streaming my sophomore year of college, so I've been through a lot of the ups and downs of college with these streams. A lot of late nights. Sometimes we streamed at like 9 o'clock because that was the only time I can find to draw. Art is super important though. I think 6 are left. Holy. Okay. Yikes, man. Oh no, for me that's a lot, right? I'm not sure if that's like the standard from where you live, but for me that is. In fact, I don't think I've ever had more than 6 exams. Well, I wish you the best of luck on those, and I do hope you can find some peace between here and there to relax, to draw a little bit. Do whatever that provides comfort for the soul. Know that we are waiting for you on the other side. Pins in hand. One thing that helped me cope a lot with exams, this was 3 semesters ago, I think, was drawing gravel all over my like one. It was a design and analysis of algorithms, so we're doing like complexity theory, like greedy algorithms, all that stuff, sorting. Um, and so we had to do like lots of proofs, and these proofs could be like 4 pages or something. Um, the longest ones, right? Not every proof, and in fact, the best proofs were like less than a page, right? And I'll just draw gravel all over those. May I see how stable your hand is, if you don't mind. That is, it's kind of a habit every time I see an artist. Stable. Actually, so lore drop. I have something called wrist tendonitis. You guys probably heard of it. I got into an accident when I was younger, and so my hand like this is stable, but if I rotate it a bit, I get little shakes in my wrist. So like this drawing from my shoulder is fine, and I can even like do this upper motion, but like rotating it this way, it gets a little bit shaky. So ironically, like my hand normally is relatively stable. Um, but yeah, yes, I'm trying to draw without thinking much, which was kind of hard for me. I've realized it's so difficult. It's weird. It's like it takes effort to do something effortlessly at first, right? What is it? There's a Taoist quote that I really like. Uh, in order to still oneself, you have to do nothing. Or like it's like to make water still. You can only do nothing to still oneself, right? The effortless action or something like that. No, I'm fine. That do drawing, I wouldn't say I'm better than many. Comparison is the thief of joy, right? But at the same time, it hasn't affected me a ton. It was really stupid. Maybe I'll tell the story one day. Anyways, sorry to cut everybody off. I don't like doing this, but we're gonna do 2 minutes of ad break. This is, you guys can leave for all I care, right? And then just come back in 2 minutes. You don't have to watch the ads. But we do this so we can go the next hour without having pre-roll ads. So we're gonna do 2 minutes of ads. If you're drawing with me or just doing whatever, this is a good opportunity to relax, reset, breathe a little bit, get some water, get all your drawing materials organized and ready, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna get started. So, be right back. Give me a quick second, everybody. I'm trying to fix the chat thing. It's always a... Ah, here we go. That's what I wanted. Access token. There we go. Okay, hopefully now if we restart, this may brick everything on stream, and I apologize. I need to do this thing with Docker sometime soon. Run orchestrator. We're going to kill it. And then run it again. It's going to reset the chat on screen. And hopefully now we should have both. Yay! Okay, it's fixed. My bad. Let me take a sip of water, then we'll get started. For the delay. Gonna get everything set up here. Oh, I forgot to grab the actual page. One thing that I've been realizing is how different my mind is when it's fasting on media and things like that. I don't know if it's normal or ADHD, but I would definitely say it's radical how different I am and feel. Could you give an example as to those differences? And I can't deal with it now because of exams. I have a comment about that, but I'm across my room, so give me a second. I don't think you're alone on this. My inhibitions and temperance and virtue kind of goes out the window during earlier college when it came to like high stress, high octane things. It's much harder to like tend to oneself and mediate oneself, right? Now I'm not sure if you're saying this in the context of like, oh, when you have a bunch of media and stuff, you act a certain way, but now that you have exams, you're not like watching YouTube or doing those things as much. So you're a different person, or if you're just saying that you can't control those inhibitions because of XYZ. Feel more feelings, have a more clear view on life. Oh, really? Okay. Because exams are cutting you off. Interesting. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. I was like coughing up a lung. Holy, actually, I'm gonna go blow my nose. Give me a quick second. We're back. Draw better, really? Well, I mean, you know, if you had like a car horn blaring right outside or even in your room all day, and then you leave that room or the car horn stops, everything will, like the smaller stuff will definitely be more noticeable, right? Your head is more clear. What's your favorite technique in drawing? I love vanishing point and wash technique when doing shades. Interesting. I wouldn't necessarily call vanishing point a technique so much as like a tool. A technique and tool, I guess, yeah. I wouldn't say there's a favorite because like there's many uses for everything, right? That's like saying my favorite tool to cut bread is a knife, and like opposed to a spoon, that's just the incorrect tool for the job, right? I'd say the thing I see the most in drawing, and I use the most personally, is plumb lines when it comes to observational drawing, right? That's just a frequent, like if we're associating frequency with favoritism, right? Then plumb lines, and then I mean, my favorite thing personally to use is I'm biased. I like using boxes, right? I use boxes for all of my character constructions and stuff. Because, you know, 2 or 3 faces, it tells you everything you need to know. So I've heard about this game. Or, sorry, great name. My bad. I thought you were talking about the game. Great game. And I've heard about this game. It's like a bird game or something. It's like a bird card game. No, you're fine. What is your native language, if you mind me asking? No, and it's a good question because like it does dive into like what's your favorite thing to use to draw. So I think it's perfectly valid. I saw Hollow, so whoa! I've never even heard of this Bahasa. That's crazy. I've never heard of this. I'm learning something today. Bahasa is mainly speaking is a form of Malay spoken in Indonesia. Holy crap, I just learned something new today. Thank you very much. Indonesian, Bahasa Indonesia, I don't know. The official national language of Indonesia. It's the standardized variety of Malay, an Austronesian language. Has been used for lingua franca in the multilingual Indonesian archipelago for centuries. Holy crap, that's cool as hell. I was just in like a couple months ago. I was in Singapore, and they had like some signs were in Malay. Well, what I called Malay, but I guess that's the incorrect term now, or a standardized variety of Malay. Gotcha. Bahasa. Well, thank you for. Holy crap, that's cool as hell. Well, I think your English is perfectly fine. I mean, holy crap. Anyone who speaks two languages has a step up on me, right? An accent is a sign of intelligence, as they say. Holy crap, that's cool as hell. So, guys, today is going to be tumultuous. In fact, I kind of wish I warmed up differently. We may do that in a second. We have a lot of ellipses to draw. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ellipses, I believe. That makes sense because we have 8 planes. And then we have some corner ellipses to do. So this is going to be tough. This is going to be extremely difficult. We have to remember, and in fact, let's do this. Okay. If we go back to the 250 cylinder challenge, we have to draw a minor axis, right? All concentric ellipses that form a cylinder share a minor axis. So we can leverage that here and draw the minor axis, which is also just the center of this square throughout all of these. However, you know, this will reveal, I probably should have done this in the first place. This will reveal some inherent error inside of all of these center dots. However, they were constructed with the same VP. So ideally, we could just draw a line from this top dot to this bottom one, and it would be convergent. And it's actually not too bad. And also another problem is as we get closer, as the line we're drawing gets closer to the axis which the VP lies, the smaller the error we have, the more noticeable it is. Will you follow the dots or the ruler? So yeah, like the dots on the page. So I kind of do an average of both, depending, right? Because if we're plotting something to the VP, if I know that a small amount of error, borderline philosophy, basically, okay, so smaller amounts of error can cause, like, being more noticeable or not, right? So, like, over here, the error from this line will be less noticeable to our eyes than an error from right here in this line. Because, you know, we already have 2 lines, so one that's slightly deviant is very noticeable. Meanwhile, out here, like, who cares, right? So over here, I try to, quote-unquote, average out error, which is plot something that I know goes to the VP, but adjust it a little so it hits the points. So it's not correct totally to either, but it's better than picking one or the other, right? So like, let's say this line goes to the VP, but this line goes through both the dots, then I'm going to average them out and go between those both to satisfy both. I'm not sure if that's the correct answer, but it's the one I typically side with because, you know, it's picking the best from both evils and minimizing error, right? Because you do have to adhere to what you've already drawn, but you also want to stick to the VPs. At the end of the day, constantly having everything go to the VP is good, but you don't want to undermine your construction, right? So you win some, you lose some, right? However, as to here, we are slightly... Actually, this is convergent. This is good. Staying relevant to what you already have is based. And not only is it based, but it is the most common error I personally see in Lesson 4 and Lesson 5, is people undermining their construction. They draw the ribcage, they draw the cranium, they draw the pelvis, and then, like, they don't respect it at all. They just draw, like, oh, yeah, the snout goes here, and they're like, how does that interact with the cranium, right? No hate, of course, but it's just such a frequent and common error. If you... and I'm saying this because I have gone through the Lesson 4 and 5 critiques many times, specifically the official critiques. And it's oftentimes, you know, people just doing things that undermines construction. I did it. Everyone does it. Because that's what Lesson 5 is about, is sticking to our form. It's very difficult. because then you have to stick with the decisions you made or make something work. The gravel redesign I drew last night, I was talking to my friend earlier today. There's like 3 things for me that make designing a character hard. One, shapes. Like, does the character look good? In general, right? Both like either, colloquially, like, does it look good / does it satisfy you? With the shapes that exist. And then 2, making these shapes make sense and be consistent. So for me, I use constructional methods. So picking 3D forms that satisfy those shapes at many angles. And then 3, the technical portion of it, or like, can you even make that? Like, am I capable of drawing that, right? Do I have the skill to properly interpret these forms? Those are like the 3 greatest challenges for me when it comes to that. Alrighty, so there's our minor axis. I just realized it's so freaking busy in this section that I could barely see it anyways. But we'll try it. So guys, we're gonna go in our mind palace. Adjusting it for your skill is very interesting. Yeah, because like, I could be very ambitious and be like, every time this character is drawn, they have like all this technical thing happening, and in my brain I want it to happen, but like executing it is either extremely laborious or it just doesn't turn out the way I want it to, which is expectations. But guess what? We're designing a character that's based off expectations. So finding something that works for you, right? Not saying that you shouldn't be ambitious, but find the thing that works, right? That works for you. I have a feeling you're good at teaching. I don't know if I am or not. I just yap a lot. Right? I'm good at making mistakes, and I want to inform people of my mistakes. But other than that, all I can do is like say where I've fallen and where other people are like, I don't want to be like, they messed up. Like, not like that, but yeah. Right? All I can do is say, hey, I messed up in this way. Don't do what I did. Alrighty, so let's go in our brains. Let's go in our my big 5 head, and we're going to think about the cylinder challenge real quick, right? What made a successful ellipse, and how does it work? We have the minor axis. Shout out Bob Ross. He is the true teacher. He is the one we should all aspire to. I've actually never I've watched Bob Ross like once or twice. I've never like watched a full thing or did a draw along. Maybe one day in the future we could do like a Bob Ross painting together. I know there's like kits you can buy. So minor axis. The minor axis cuts an ellipse perfectly in half, right? We also know that the ellipse has to touch every corner of here at least once, right? And then finally, and they don't tell you this one enough, or in which I want to send an email to Uncomfortable, because it's talked about in lesson 7, but it's not talked about in lesson 6, or maybe it is lesson 6 and not lesson whatever. Is that the major axis will not be running through the center point of the ellipse. Instead, it's going to approach the vanishing point, or like, let me elaborate. The minor axis of an ellipse, if the ellipse is more foreshortened, which means like it's more closer to our eye, the degree is higher. No. Okay, ignore the degree thing. If it's more foreshortened, because I'm not sure if something's foreshortened, the degree will inherently change. I think that's true, but ignore that. If a plane of which an ellipse sits on is more foreshortened, then the minor axis will move further away from the viewer, or the major axis. Go back to our lesson, our 250 cylinder streams when we figured that out. So, since this is highly foreshortened, I know the major axis will be somewhere over here-ish. Okay, now, I've learned that using French curves should really only be reserved for larger ellipses. So we're actually going to take a piece of paper and do some warm-up ellipses. Just to steady my hand, because I didn't do any warm-ups with the ballpoint pen. That was a failure on my part. And so we're just going to do our usual. The ballpoint pen is harder for me to control because it's like 0.3 millimeter instead of 0.5, which is what my fine liners are. And so I'm not as used to controlling them. And I mean, it's fine liner versus a ballpoint, right? Different friction, different feeling. I feel like this is a major thing I fail to do in my lesson 6 construction so far. Is I fail to like practice and warm up for the ballpoint and the ellipses. Because I mean, straight lines, I have a ruler, I can do those all day. But everything else is quite difficult. In the ideal world, ball versus sponge, exactly. The ideal world, I'll have an ellipse guide for every possible ellipse ever. But I don't have either that much money or that much space or matter for that matter. Um, Meh. Let's keep it going. I'll do a string of ellipses now. We could do these planes all day, but I just want to get enough of a warm up to feel better about it. That one wasn't too shabby, but I definitely skipped out at one of the corners. The meditation. Bit wobbly. Thankfully, oh, we will have a pretty large ellipse coming. It's gonna be about like this large. Higher degree. Uh oh. I bumped. Higher states of consciousness. I need to get into like the flow state of ellipses. What music would afford that? What music would really get me thinking? And just like ingrained in the page. I am one with the paper. I am merely a pen. Kinematics. A series of atoms bumping into each other. I guess not pushing each other. To construct the perfect ellipse. What music would cause that? You think deathcore? I mean, this is pretty good music for that. We could do jazz. I would say Nujibus, but it's a little bit too high energy for me. Yeah, fuck it. Let's do some Nujibus. Yeah. Nujibus. La 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 la. Nice. I wanna do Yes by Nujibus. You can't go wrong with jazz. You can't. We're gonna play Yes by Nujibus. Yeah, pass rock. Let's get it. This one has some crazy bass. This one gets me every time. Yay, what's up, Bear? Hello, Evrian. I think the most classic music would help. Sometimes. It depends on the classical music, because if it's like Gustav Holst, I'm gonna be like, holy crap, Gustav Holst Jupiter, what the fuck's going on? You know, like craziness. But I can't pronounce it. There's a French one I really love. It's like Il tu in Misli. It's like They Were Children is the translation. I love that one a lot. Should have ghosted like 100 more times. Fine, thank you. I wish I were a bird. Is it I wish I were like a bird or I wish I were a bird? Oh my god, I love this song so much. Fuck. It's so good. Okay, I'm like my ellipses are declining. Yo, Perfection, welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well. We are warming up right now because we have a lot of ellipses to draw. Also, I fixed Twitch chat today, Bear. We're back. They can communicate across the worlds. See, we are practicing. We were. Now I'm feeling a little bit more warmed up. We got some music in our ears. We're on Twitch as well, so we have music on Twitch, no music on YouTube, because some people don't like listening to the same music as me. I don't understand how, but no. So Okay, guys, let's lock in. We got some craziness to do here. We got some absurdity. I may not be talking as much. I apologize. Welcome to the stream, Perfection. I'm usually a little bit more chatty than hell. I'll be here. I may like passively speak from time to time. What is this construction for? It is for a soap dispenser. You can see it in both cameras. Yeah, it's for a course called Drawbox. Lesson 6 specifically. I messed it up, but we're alive. This should be a sport, dude. I hold my breath. Like I freaked out on the line right there, but it's okay. We lived. We have the baseline down, so we're okay. Less is more, guys. We the number one thing for any art ever. All my okay, this is why I appreciate art, but like you can like art for other reasons. I won't blame you. Is holy crap. I love when like they don't tell you that, like, for example, Tran Fiddler. I mentioned Tran Fiddler 7 to go, I know, right? Like he doesn't tell you, hey, there's a bicep here, right? Or like where the bicep intersects the tricep in that like little region where they sit right next to each other. He doesn't tell you that's there. He does like one plane change, or just like you infer it by how he manipulates form and soft and hard lines, right? Less is more. Lesson 2, the best submissions are ones that, you know, don't explicitly draw the outline of the figure. People probably don't think all that for a simple bottle, I know, right? Did you use a ruler? We did all of this without... No, I'm kidding. We use rulers. In lesson 6, you're allowed to use a lot of rulers. And French curves as well. So I wish I could be like, oh my gosh, I did this all by hand. That'd be craziness. We are going to actually project these to the VP so I can get the true corners. We're not going to draw them because I want to... We're doing diet lines this time, right? We're not drawing every single line because that would get messy and confusing for me. But I do want to mark out where the edges of the ellipse will touch. I want it to be accurate. Oh, see, I would have been wrong right there. Holy. Honestly, yeah, this is my favorite Nujabes song, 100%. Isn't it from the Spiritual State album? I could be wrong. And freaking QR recommended an amazing jazz album last night. We may play that again today. I know whenever you like, do you guys? This is a question for everybody. Do you ever like listen to a new song and you love it so much, but then like you listen to it too much and it gets like overused in the first week? I've been better about not doing that, but like when the Gorillaz album dropped this year, oh. If an autistic person comes in right now, they would decide to learn drawing. The complexity is so appealing. I wouldn't conflate every person with autism to enjoying the the placement of these lines, but I can definitely see how it's satisfying to people who enjoy, you know, this kind of like precision and organization, right? It's like that the one Onion short. Oh, I've definitely heard of Scott Robertson. In fact, Scott Robertson is a key player and the inspiration of Drawbox, which is the platform. The Dracula song for me this year. Wait, why does that ring a bell? Have you talked about Dracula before? Or this thing? I'm sorry if I forgot. This sounds very familiar and I don't know why. Nope. Okay. I thought Peter Hahn was the key player. I mean, undeniable. I mean, if you go into the Drawbox website, so Peter Hahn is the person who taught Uncomfortable. But if you go to the Drawbox website and like see one of the advertisements, it's Uncomfortable being like, okay, so you know you don't need this book, but How to Draw by Scott Robertson. That's not by Peter Hahn, right? That's by Scott Robertson. I'm not trolling. Yeah. He recommends it, and I mean half the exercises from, and I'm not sure if Peter Hahn was associated with Scott Robertson in any way, but like undeniably Drawbox is informed by Scott Robertson for sure. Is it a direct, is it as close as Peter Hahn? I don't know. Or like, the dynamic sketching Bible, I'm not entirely sure, but alrighty, here we go, guys. Let's focus up. We got this. I'm sorry if it's not that much in camera. Safi did recommend that we zoom in the camera a little bit more, which I'm down for. I need a nicer camera. Both are gods. Yeah, true. Either way, both are gods for sure. Now, is there way of constructional drawing my forte? Not necessarily, but I know that if I'm ever confused about drawing anything, I can use their techniques and I can get it done. Right? They are like the closed form solution for drawing if I'm ever stuck. Oh, wait. Ooh, we almost made a crazy mistake. So I like cheating. I like cheating a lot. I never do anything legitimately. And we know for a fact that we want this cylinder to be convergent, right, to the vertical vanishing point, this one. So instead of just doing the ellipses and hope that they're convergent to the VP, right, we can actually go here to the side of the existing one and just project it downwards. Did you measure everything, or these guesses? So this is all from observation, but how we did it is as part of lesson 6, you make orthos, and then with these orthos, you lay out some of the measurements. So what we did initially is we did a rough sketch, and we laid out where we think everything is. Then we went and made the orthos, and then we did the box. The kind of hardest part about lesson 6, or the most unfortunate part, is it's all dependent upon the box you make, right? This itself, we estimated to be about 1 by 1 by 2.75 to 3, right? This box is definitely not that. I should have foreshortened it more. So no matter what I do now, this box will not be the correct proportions to accurately describe the soap dispenser, but we're not graded on that necessarily, right? Of course, we want to be close, but I think what we're being judged for more so is our ability to use techniques that we've gained in Drawbox so far to create this shape. Kavel, you patriotic man. I would not consider myself too patriotic. I feel like we're just now throwing out random adjectives. How the hell do you write patriotic? You almost got it the first time, just minus the last A. I mean, as long as you construct it, exactly. And of course, you use techniques that not necessarily Drawbox sanctions, but like they make sense. Atrioc, isn't that a streamer? Kavel's like the least knowledgeable streamer. It's just practice. You can't get it 100%, of course. Now, I have a bit of a hot take. I think in Drawbox, you should strive for perfection, but when you fall short, that's okay, right? That's expected. You're human. You will never be perfect. Why strive for an unobtainable goal? Because it forces you to learn things that you otherwise wouldn't. How long did it take you to get to lesson 6? I'm assuming you started from lesson 0. I did. I don't really like saying how long I've taken to get to lesson 6 because I have been going through college, I've had jobs, I've done summer school, I've been very busy, and oftentimes we can only stream for an hour a day, which is when we work on Drawbox stuff. I've been going through Drawbox for almost 3 years now. But I would not say, like, it could take you more than 3 years, it could take you less than 3 years. I am not a good representative of how long the program will take. Undeniably, though, and, like, don't conflate doing Drawbox with, like, leveling up 3 levels in art, right? And what I mean by that is, like, let's say you started a Drawbox at level 10, and you finish Drawbox, and you end up level 15. Or if you start Drawbox at level 0 and you'll end up at level 5. Like, you're not going to gain 5 levels no matter what. It changes from person to person. You get exactly what you put into it. I mean, that's about it. Right? So, like, you could be level 0 and level up 50 levels compared to a person who starts at level 10 and only levels up 2. Do you think what you do is talent or hard work, combination of both? I don't believe in talent at all. I think it's a pretty poisonous notion. And if anyone said that, like, everything that I have done so far is equated to talent, I would be extremely insulted because like I put so much hard work into learning. Um, so yeah, I think when we see talented people, quote unquote, it's really just a person who has grown up in an environment conducive to the medium that they're pursuing. Um, Talent is how fast you will learn. I could almost jive with that, but that's why I say it's the environment, right? Because like if there's a kid who grows up in a family who's like very pro art, but not just that, they don't force the kid. They harbor this mentality of education, of growth, of questioning everything, critical thinking, and an environment for learning. Then they're going to improve very fast. And when they get to college, they're going to seem like, holy crap, they already know how to do this. They know how to teach themselves, right? Meanwhile, people like me who were very bad at school at the beginning and had to learn the most basic things that in common sense, that could seem unfair, right? Now you're just talented. um, but yeah, so and it can be very disheartening, right? I've had moments in my life where I've pulled all-nighters, I've done so much to work hard, and I'm just freaking completely outclassed by people who seemingly didn't put any effort at all at learning something. And of course I'm going to be upset. I'm human, right? Like, of course I'm going to be upset about that. But eventually you have to understand that it's not necessarily just you or your effort, right? You could put in 100 times effort and still lose, and the only difference being luck and kind of like the extenuating circumstances of that environment, right? It just sucks when you're like the receiving end of it, right? And that's why, I said it earlier in the stream, comparison is the thief of joy, because there's so many confounding factors that don't necessarily equate to like who or what you are. And plus, even then, let's suppose like we can compare ourselves to other people. My sense of form could be better than someone else's, quote unquote better, whatever that is. But like their lighting or their composition or just like whatever other skills they have is like 100 times better, right? So there's not like a single value that you can attribute to an individual for their quote unquote art skill. Speaking of efforts and what you put to, what's your goal? Nothing much. I don't think I really have a big goal. I want to express myself. I want to draw things that express me, ideas that I have. And so I want to sharpen my abilities to better do that. That's my goal, I guess, is to express myself. So making a comic one day, I would like to maybe get into animations. I don't want to do it for money yet. If I can't get hired for my software engineering jobs. That's my like class. That's what I went to college for, is software engineering / computer science. Then we may open up commissions. I don't think commissions at my level would be sustainable, but it'd be some side cash for sure. How about you guys? Both. You said it last stream, I think, or I'm a loop. I think it was earlier this stream, and I said it last stream as well. Both of them. I'm repeating myself. But Perfection and Jolly. What are your guys' goals with art? I think I forgot to ask that. Can you get a bunch of air in my lungs? So I'm definitely going to end up holding my breath here. That's so. How did you find art and drawing as a hobby? Did someone introduce you, or did it just come to you? And what are your goals for drawing, Jolly? I started drawing 3 years ago. That's also when I started Drawbox. I was on the toilet in my dorm scrolling through Instagram Reels, and someone had a video talking about Drawbox. I was like, that looks interesting. I'll try it. I've always wanted something, or specifically then in my life, I really wanted something to express myself. I felt like engineering, I was a bit limited in that regards, because like it has to function at the end of the day. There's an end goal. Meanwhile, there's not really an end goal of art other than expressing yourself. Yeah. Well, I did something similar to what you're doing right now yesterday, except there's way less rounded edges. Huge. Construction is a beast. Okay. 2 ellipses down. I'm going to take a sip of water because I've been yapping a lot. I apologize. cool. Okay, this is the 1/3 ellipse. This one's, we're getting muddied now. This is really, we're a bit cramped. But we still got it, right? Yeah, maybe. Ah, wrong dot. Ooh, frick. Okay, there we go. And now we don't have to worry as much about the lines to make it convergent. Do you have some of your basic sketches or doodles without construction or stuff? Only your guesses at play? I think I have some of them on my art website. You can find that in the About section. Just keep in mind, I wouldn't say construction is antithetical to play. You could still do those things. However, play is supposed to be less cognitively intensive. I understand that. But at the same time, construction is secondhand to me at this point. Like 3 years in, I don't put too much thought into it. It's just a part of the process, right? But yeah, I think on my website you can find a lot of those. Let's see. These, there wasn't much construction happening. This one definitely there was. That one had construction. These did not. This was just kind of, these were sea animals I found at Singapore. This one had a box construction, but other than that, I just kind of freehanded it. Same thing. No, this one was cylinder construction. These were observational and just kind of going at it, but I wouldn't say that's play because it was me referencing something. The gravel banana was definitely that. That was observational. Yeah, most of these are on my website anyways. I don't have a specific goal. I just draw anything I see or think is interesting to draw. I just didn't turn it into my hobby or something complicated. I felt like my hobby isn't my job. I just didn't like to turn my hobby into something complicated. Okay, sorry, I read that wrong. Yeah, no, I completely agree with you right there. I talked about this 2 streams ago. When you do it for money, people can kind of make you do whatever you want. They want for money, right? Like you are dependent upon them for doing the thing, which isn't inherently bad until you realize like you are infinitely fueled by passion, and that is awfully profitable to a person who isn't a good person, right? Like they can make you do, because like you love it, so they're just going to dangle in front of you and make you run on a little treadmill for that money, right? And you could be like, Kavel, that's extremely pessimistic. I'd agree, yeah. Did the Singapore take photos and drew them after, or drew them in public? So I took photos and then I went to a park at night because it was so freaking humid and I did not want to do that. But the other ones, like the T-Rex, I drew in public. Oftentimes in Singapore, I was drawing in coffee shops because outside was awful. Like once again, it was humid as hell. The elephant on that one, I took a picture of and then walked away, and that was also in public. That was at the gardens of Singapore. So oftentimes, the gravel ladder one, you seen a T-Rex and drew it in public? Ironically, yes. It's because in the gardens at Singapore, they had a Jurassic World event. And so I wanted to draw it. Because, like, what better chance, right? How often do you see, like, dinosaur models in real life? This seems asymmetrical, and it vexes me. So we're going to double check our work. That looks good. It looks good. I don't trust it, though. After this, we're going to do a quick BRB pause. But yeah, usually, what I have is, would be surprised if you stream suddenly have an archangel in that book. I'm not sure if I'm too angel-y. We just like drawing from that. Oh, Rim, I remember this one. Holy crap, I want to do this one again. Oh god, that's Gravel with his bones out. My bad. What I do, I think I have it over here. Or I think I have a sketch here. Wait, I'm gonna rant about this because it's like one of my favorite things I got as a present ever. So give me a second. Yeah, sure. You guys can see me walk on camera. Yeah, right here. It is this it's like a canvas satchel where I put everything, right? So sketchbook, I put pencils, pens, whatever, and then all my rulers and stuff. I walk around with this. This is pivotal, because what I do. This is a Strathmore. This is my favorite sketchbook I've ever bought. $16. It was expensive, and because you could just bully them like freaking like this, right? And then once you've like bullied it enough, Gravel's there chilling out on the page. You can just put this there, and you can just do whatever you want with it. It's freaking awesome, right? So I usually keep when I travel, I have a tin where I keep a kneaded eraser, and then recently I've been using these, so I don't need to sharpen it too much. So I travel with or like hand sharpen it. So I travel with this, and then usually a fine liner, a ballpoint, and a brush pen. Cannot deal with the binds on sketchbooks anymore. I may need that. I love it so much. I mean, I've clearly bullied the hell out of this sketchbook, but look at it, like it's so worn, right? I love it so much for how like beat up and well loved this sketchbook is. It's $16. It is expensive. Is it my favorite paper and book that I've ever used ever? Yes. It's great GSM. It's worth the money. If there's any sketchbook brand, I'm like, it's worth the money. I can't remember exactly which Strathmore one this is, but yeah. I don't need to put that back in. We could put that back in there. Most of my sketchbooks fall apart when I bully them a little. This one stood with me like tossing it around, a full travel and everything, right? Highly recommend it. Meanwhile, there's these. If there's a sketchbook I hate the most, it's these. They're really cheap. It's from Artist Loft. How much was this? Oh no. Shoot, it says like my location on the other side of that. I will not show that. These Artist Loft, dude, if there's any art brand I hate the most, it's Artist Loft. Everything I've bought from them makes me so upset. Sure, like it's a cheap sketchbook, but honestly, I'd just rather go to Amazon or something and buy like a really crap one. Always worth it for me. I'm halvesies on that because like, you know, the backlog sketchbooks, right? Hopefully I'm not going to open up one with like nude bill drawing. Yeah, here we go. Like this is probably the worst paper I've ever used, but like I love it for that. It's like super thin. You can like see my fingers through it. And I will bully the hell out of it. I'll bully any sketchbook. I'm the sketchbook bully. Blah. There's also that kind of sketchbook Peter Hahn showed where it's just a normal sketchbook, but it's made such that you can unfold it easily and everything. Yes. Those are really fancy. All I know, oh god, I got so much muck. Oh no, I got muck all over it. Fuck. Okay, no more show and tell. No more show and tell. I just mucked up my my paper. Frick. Good paper is so good, yeah, for sure. When you get it, it's undeniable. It's great. It's a wonderful experience. Okay, we're slowly increasing in degree now. We were in the beginning, but now it's like somewhat more noticeable. Let's lock in for another ellipse, guys. Ah. Where's the minor axis? Yeah, okay. I'll take it. Bro's landing a jet. Yeah, this is ballpoint, by the way. It looks like a pencil. We've had this this reveal multiple times on accident. It is I bought these specifically because it's extremely small for compared to most ballpoint pens, right? They're good. They're kind of just perfect for this, right? I think I bought a pack of them for like $8 USD. What temperature is it now, True? A pen disguises a pencil. It's trying to pass, but we know what it is. That sounded like a trans joke, and that was not a trans joke. I would just like to make that very clear. Alrighty. Here is one of the harder ellipses, guys. Hardest day yet this summer here in Iraq. What is the temperature? Don't worry, you can say it in Celsius. I'll convert. I feel bad when all my like international friends say say things and like have to convert to Fahrenheit for me. Like it's okay. I might not be able to understand that question. I was gonna be like, I was gonna repeat it, but like, how is me repeating things gonna help? Jolly, since, and I hope this isn't invasive, but since you are from a culture very different from my own, what is it? What is it? Your favorite food from where you live? I want to learn. I want to. We've already learned. What was it? I'm going to. I'm going to make sure I say it correctly. Why is it opening up Nyasha comics? I'm just gonna scroll up. Blah. Bahasa. There we go. 34 degrees Celsius. I used to know the oh, I just hit the music on accident. 93. Oof. That's yeah. Okay, papeta, I'm assuming, and qua ikan kuning. I hope I didn't butcher those too much. Let's look these up. Let's do those. Eastern and staple food made from sago starch. Ooh, oh, whoa, that looks crazy. That looks. Here, everybody. This is what papeta is. Let's throw it up on screen. Here, wait. I'm gonna figure out a good way of doing this. I wish I could copy and paste into PureRef. I really do. Or not PureRef. Oh, I could have used PureRef for this. Whatever. This is what papeta looks like. Let's do this. There we go. Did that work? There we go. Indonesian, yes. Look at that. 45? Holy. This looks so good. It's mainly the fish. I don't know. This is gonna take some getting used to. It looks like a very strange consistency. And then what is a I'm not gonna try to say the second one, but okay, here we go. I could get behind this. My mouth is actually kind of watering for this one. Oh, it's not saving correctly. Bear, from what little I know, I'm giving up on downloading the second image. It's rage baiting me. Um, from what little I know from where you are relationally, Bear is oh, I also forgot to unzoom my face cam. It's quite warm where you are, no? I could be wrong, and feel free to not answer if that's invasive. Cool, we're back. I also like that classic Indonesia fried rice. Ooh. Can't go wrong. Yes, you, Bear. You. Where I am in the US, it breaks 100 every summer. So what is that? So it breaks 38 degrees Celsius. Currently it's overcast. Oh, okay. It's like 37, yeah. 37 to 38. It's like 37.7 something. Around July. Yeah, same here. It's rainy season, so it's cold. Dude, oh my god. So, when I went to Singapore, right, the first day I fell asleep at 3 p.m. and woke up at 5 a.m. It was rough. I've never had that kind of jet lag in my life. Dude, the rain in Singapore, it was tsunami season, or whatever it's called, typhoon season. In the middle of the day, the most water I've seen come from the sky ever. It was ridiculous. Yes, and I saw your comment earlier. I apologize for not answering it. I ghost my straight lines as well, yeah. In fact, I'm much better about ghosting my straight lines than ellipses. I sometimes forget for the ellipses. Oh, we're gonna do a quick BRB, guys. I'm gonna go fix something real quick. I apologize. You guys fraternize among yourselves. I'll be right back. What's up, chat? We're back. My throat hurts. Why? I thought I was done being sick. Do you think I got bird flu from that one lady crackle that I picked up today? Dude, okay, so also, here, we're just on wrong button. I'm lazy and I don't want to, draw because I'm scared. Here, wait. So today, for those who don't know, I saved a grackle. Saved as makes me sound a lot more heroic than I actually am. We're gonna put it up on screen here. There we go. Here's the grackle from today. Oh, it just exploded. Can we repeat it, please? Yeah. So this is the first time I've ever held a bird like this. And what is this? Wait, what's going on? Watch streak icon? I didn't even know there's a watch streak icon. He looks demonic. You're my friend now, Grip. So the story behind this, there's a grackle, it got stuck inside. Also, hello, Riptide, I'm not sure if I said. And she was inside, she stunned herself because she ran into the window, so I took her outside. Oh wait, oh my god, is it making the noise? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. How do I make it stop? How do I make it stop? I didn't even know the noise was coming through. I don't know how to stop it. Oh wait, here it is. I'm so sorry about that, everybody. I'm so sorry. Anyways, okay, we'll continue. It is the door making the noise, surprisingly. You'd think her with her mouth open, she's like, freaking out. Imagine seeing it be manhandled, yeah. It is, yes, surprisingly. And here is her afterwards. She was still pretty shocked. Let me get the other video. I'll make sure this one's muted. Oh, sorry. There we go. Oh, she disappeared. No, come back. There we go. This is her afterwards, so she was definitely, very, very confused as to what was happening. That door does need some oil. So that door, it had a rock in it, and that's how the grackle got through. But yeah, so this was my first time holding a grackle. And I was like trying so hard to like get her in my hands and like make sure she was, because she was trying to escape at first. Or like kind of, it was weird. She was like moving her feet a lot and grabbing my finger with her foot, but not doing anything else. And then I was also, I can't believe you did that. You have no manners. I just got back from the gym, so not only was my hand shaky, but like I was trying to like I didn't want to like squeeze the shit out of the grackle. I was being very careful. She's doing okay. She flew off eventually. She was not happy with me, and that's understandable. But like, all things considered, I think it was rather successful. Dude, I never want to hold a grackle again. They are so bony. It was gross. It was actually the grossest feeling thing. Other than their feathers was nice, but like, they're crazy light, like as you'd expect of a bird, but they were so bony. It was weird. But hey, I held a grackle. I feel like, I can check that off the list. I would rather hold a grackle in a much more friendly setting than that. Do you now think less of grackles? In fact, no. I kind of expected that because I have a pet bird at my home, a cockatiel. I'm not his main caretaker, but I can definitely, I knew what to expect. And everybody, please do not go grabbing random birds. Avian influenza, bird flu, is a real thing. Make sure if you do have to save a bird. His name is Kobe. He is special, to say the least. He's been trying to learn how to sing If You're Happy and You Know It for like 7 years, and he still can't get it. He is very mean to everybody but like 3 people, including me. He's nice to me, but yeah, he's a character for sure. We love him though. We love Kobe. W Kobe. But yeah, so I'm experienced in handling birds as well, somewhat, right? As much as like a novice can be. I know birds, especially like smaller birds, do 0 damage. Newsflash, everybody, birds do like 0 damage. Okay, I don't want you to like go and see a hawk and be like, oh, birds do 0 damage. No, like some birds can literally chop off your finger easy. So, but like grackles, very zero damage. So what is I was about to say Kakatua, but I'm not like sure if that's that just sounds like Hawktua. So okay, birds from my experience, right? Unless they are like viscerally attacking you, and I'm talking about smaller birds, by the way. They do zero damage. Like that Grackle, I was comfortable because like I knew she'd do zero damage. Birds can hurt you, right? Especially if they feel threatened and stuff. But like generally speaking, like my cockatiel, whenever he's just like kind of fussy, I know he's gonna do zero damage. Now crows, they're still wild animals, right? Do not forget that birds are wild animals. They can really hurt you. African greys can really hurt you, right? But like a finch, yeah, do not steal birds. Only contact a bird if you know that you don't have avian influenza cases near you. It is in peril / in a situation where it cannot necessarily hurt you. And may even then probably don't touch it because I don't know anything about animal wildlife rescue or any of that. What do you think about duck damage? My mom was giving her shoe attacked by a duck and I had to intervene. I actually don't know because I've been accidentally like bitten by ducks many times when they were trying to eat food out of my hands. I've never been like attacked by a duck. But like whenever I've like been bitten by ducks, it's so zero damage. In a bit, guys, we can pull up my duck videos. I have quite a few. Oh, I forgot to feed them. I was gonna feed them yesterday. I forgot to go feed them. Frick. Guess I gotta go feed the ducks. Not stressing about that. What kind of bird do you fear the most? What are they called? They're Brazilian in origin. The macaw. There's 3 chickens in the bus. Oof. Yeah. Macaws scare the shit out of me. Those guys can really like they have histories of like attack, like piercing people's noses, like taking off fingers, stuff like that. Macaws are freaking dangerous, dude. They're extremely beautiful, but then they also have like the siren shriek or whatever it's called. Syrinx shriek. Okay, I may be quiet for a second, guys, because we're gonna lock in for this ellipse. Even small birds can cause harm, just not the way something an eagle could. Yeah, I'm not saying they can't cause harm, right? But like from the birds I've interacted with, many of them do zero damage in the context of how I've handled them, right? If that bird is fighting for its life, it can and will hurt you, right? They are wild animals. Let's not forget that. Do not go grabbing random animals. However, if you're in like, I have seen some people in like the UK / London or New York just freaking grab a pigeon burger style. They can still peck and hurt you, and they may be diseased, right? Don't do that. But just saying, like, it is kind of funny. Once again, do not go grabbing random animals. Respect them from a distance. And some animals don't even respect them from a distance. There is no safe distance. Just leave. I don't want to harm it. Yeah, exactly, right? And birds are fragile, man. They got thin bones. Oh, Automa does not like. What are you up to, Bear? What are you doing? What is this? Oh wait, a YouTube Automod. My bad. Cat said, "Are they edible too?" Which I think is funny. Oh wait, who said that? Oh, sorry, Cat. Oh yeah. What about disrespecting them from a distance? I think you can do that if they're like European tree starlings or European starlings. They deserve that. Australian magpie is one of the birds I do not want to see. Yeah, they are pretty. I hate. Not that I hate on them. I hate understand the fact that those guys are just kind of menaces. Automod was doing the job exactly. Uh, yeah, the swooping season and stuff. I've seen them be very friendly, and I've seen people tame them and even like keep them as pets. Um, but yeah, they are menaces. I've seen there's one. It was a dude just chilling outside and like in the grass, and a magpie goes up to him and starts like pecking at his leg really aggressively, and like there's two magpies in the background that just start doing like their call. They killed an old man. That's possible. I'm not sure how. I'd like to verify that. It is definitely possible. I could imagine like someone's biking, they swoop them, the bike causes an accident. Once again, I'm not saying birds do zero damage all the time. They do zero damage in the context of like normal handling, right? Like I know even when my cockatiel's in the worst of moods, I'm still comfortable handling him, right? Now, am I ever in a state where like the cockatiel is going to hurt me? No. So maybe that's why I'm a bit biased. Maybe I'm saying birds do zero damage in the context that I've never been in a situation where the bird has been like so viscerally angry at me that it wants to take my life or harm me, which I actually take pride in that fact. Maybe I don't need that experience of a bird being so viscerally mad at me. No frick. Only time I have besides like on a farm, baby bird I found, a fledgling. It was sitting alone on some grass in 20ish degree weather. Oof. Waited a bit to see if there was a mother nearby, then picked it up and moved it to a spot a few yards away under a tree. That's very kind. So it is grackle breeding season right now, which has the upside of I'm able to hear many baby grackles all day, and I think that's really sweet and I like it. But that does, since grackles are so populous, they are that populous because like they're populated, I guess. Because there's just so many of them, right? And that comes with the cost of, yeah, which is a bit sad. Bird normalization agenda paid for sure. Government drones, you mean? Today I saved a government drone. In the north, the government drones are pigeons. In the south, it's grackles for sure. This is where your tax dollars are going, everybody. Kavel is cooking. Am I ever not, Cat? Ask yourself that. And realize that, yeah, I'm usually not cooking. Remember, guys, we will not be streaming for the next week. I'm going on vacation, kind of. Mainly just going home to see my family. We may stream if I can get my home internet to work. We'll be doing digital streams. But we're probably not. So that's why I'm not scheduling it. It's probably going to be until next Friday, so maybe next Saturday I'll be able to stream again. Trust me, I would stream every day if I could. This isn't a vacation from streaming per se. It's just I'm going to be in a position where I can't. Kind of like Singapore, where, I just wasn't. However, am I traveling at all? No. I'm just going back to my family home. Oh, yes. God, I love this song. Turn that shit up. I need to hire one of you guys to be my DJ. Does that predicate on you guys having good music taste and not trolling me? Possibly. Cat, you're not refined enough to truly appreciate Nujibus. I'm not saying that from a pretentious standpoint. I'm saying that from a person who knows that you don't like mustard. Who wants the ox? Mustard is trash, get out of here. See, this is why you don't have the ox. I'd rather you blast fentanyl at like 200 decibels on this stream than give Cat the ox. Is it? Mustard goes hard. Thank you, QR. Oh my gosh, hydrate? We'll hydrate. Thank you. I don't get it. Mustard isn't bad, but like it's definitely not A tier condiment for sure. At least I gave it a chance once. That is better than most of your takes, Kat. How's it going, QR? Oh, how did your gesture sketching go? I'm sorry I couldn't make that event. I need to break my fear for mustard. Have you not tried mustard? Goes with pork, and that's what my brain goes to. Yeah, now that I think about it, holy crap, what the hell? Why is that so right? Go to a honey mustard. I'm not a fan of honey mustard. But you know me, I don't like sweeter things when it comes to meats. I don't like sweet meats as much. I like them, but... We don't need a shame bear. Just Thursday was good. Had 3 others joy. Nice. Were you satisfied with your gesture drawings? Did you enjoy those? Gonna host again next week. Should we extend this invite to other people in Delano's Discord? Kat is my op. She'd be hating so much. She's fueled by anime woman and hating, but not hating anime woman. With sweat, by the way. Sorry, I can't get over that. It was so hyper specific. With sweat. My bad. They were my first gestures in over a month. It went okay, huge. What drawing tool did you use? 60 FPS? That's not even the right paradigm, bro. That's... You say like 4K or something. Love to have Delano's Discord people, but it's kind of a private... Oh, okay, understood. Then we just do it in Delano's Discord now. That's so much. That's so extra. The people in this chat. Real. People that you can vet personally. I understand that. For those who are wondering, Just Drawing Thursdays where I read the event thing. Actually, I'm not going to advertise it just because I want to give people FOMO. But like, I definitely believe there's an extension of an invitation to the people you've mentioned. Sorry for airing you out. Pit Artist Brush Pen. Is that not actually brush? Oh. Dude, I'm sorry. I'm a sucker. I don't think I'll ever do gesture drawing without a hand sharpened pencil. I love it. Me seeing the Swiss conversation. Yeah, Kat was very explicit in why she likes drawing anime women the other night. Was it appreciated? Appreciated, but not necessarily in the sense that, oh my gosh, Toast. We will stretch in a second, but good to see you. What an entrance. Okay, we are operating with that line. Okay, so, and once again, we are doing an ellipse that is projected. We're going to be drawing a line here, kind of. It's still very important. No, we will. So, we're actually going to cheat, quote unquote, and project downwards. Yeah, looks good. Ball update. It took me a second to remember what you were asking. That was... I was like, what the hell, Kat? Let's do some hand stretches. I don't know what an extension of invitation to the people I mentioned meant. Nice bars, though. Like you said, i.e. the people in this chat. Love to have Delano's Discord, but it's kind of a private server. I.e. the people's in the chat. I meant like private in the sense that like only people in this chat are extended to, but maybe I read it wrong. It's kind of awkward. I'm just sitting here looking at chat while stretching. I did need to do that, by the way. My hands are... Okay, I have my ears covered. And your eyes. What the hell, Bear? You think you're gonna get away with that? Hear no evil, speak no evil, see no evil. You just spoke an evil by lying. What the hell? I'm trying to think what I'm gonna do for dinner tonight. I've been eating out a ton, like a chud. But also because I'm like leaving in a couple days and I can't be meal prepping a ton. I look like the Ukraine president? What? Not even. Not even Zelensky? Not even, bro. Right, he's the Ukrainian. Has served as the 6th president of Ukraine. Yeah. In my eye, hey, and yeah, that's valid, right? But like, maybe you need to get your eyes checked. I don't know. Okay. Um, isn't Proko from Ukraine? I will never beat the Proko allegations. Not that I'm hating them. Am I a white dude with a beard and like a kind of higher hairline? Yes. It is kind. It is. It's not insulting, but it's a little bit sad that like the people I look most like are people in their 30s. It's like 527, some weird thing. I have zeros like 527 in the morning. Oh yeah, I forgot you're in Indonesia. So oh my gosh. I'm 1-to-1 Froco, not even. I would need to like grow out my hair and do like the full like he has like the hair flick, right? And then he only has mostly the goatee. He doesn't have the I don't know, what is this part of the beard called? Is this not mutton chops, right? I guess? The chops? I don't know. I could definitely understand I'm Proco adjacent, that's for sure. I'm a Proco like enemy. He's nose Broco, dude. I was thinking if I was ever gonna do like a full face reveal, like make a big deal out of it, which thank God I didn't. I was gonna like wear the Proco like black button down and have like a white background. That's the ideal, right? Now, did I do that though? And I'm glad I didn't do that. Yes. Still funny to think about though. Let's all be thankful I didn't do my original plan for the face reveal, which is like put the picture of Dream. Honestly, for like the lesson 6 or 7 video. Oh wait, no, I should have said I should have done the Vinny bit, whatever. I should maybe make like a little bit of a cameo for like I'm explaining something. If I do a hey guys, okay, let's level, right? If I do a Proco thing, I'm gonna have the did you see it green screen skeleton run behind me in the video to like reference Skelly. No telling him until I make this. Not that he would ever hear from any of us, but I definitely think like white background. I'm dressed up as Proco explaining something, and then I have like the green screen did you see it skeleton run past behind me. It would be perfect. I don't really know where I'd reference it though. I would even go so far as trimming my beard smaller on the sides just to look a little bit more like him. Doesn't he have a little bit of gray in his beard? That's doable. I may be confusing his look. You're right. Whenever I look him up, it shows like the younger. Yeah, this is the picture I think of. Yeah, it is thinner right here. Thinner on the like whatever these are called. And then the hair I could completely pull off. So yeah, we could do it. It's possible. It's doable, guys. We both have 5 heads. Has those Proco genes, that's why he's so correct. I don't think we're at all like I mean we're both white dudes, but I don't think we're very similar regionally. And I wouldn't say I'm cracked either. It is weird though, because like he was both interested. He did art and then dabbled in programming. I do programming and I dabbled in art. That is so I'm like the worst version. Like I'm the inverse Proco. Like I just suck. Not that I suck. I'm not saying that I suck. The white gene is correct. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We are not. No, I do not support. I mean, no, I do not support that. No, we're not going that route. I'm not saying that at all. Oh God, you will not catch me supporting that agenda whatsoever. Not Eugene. Get Eugene out of here. We don't support what he believes in. Cat's like, yeah, I really think we should start like selectively. Okay, I was about to say selectively breeding for good art genes. Like, no, dude, we do not support that. Twitch chat, clip that before the reverse that. I'm so glad I have clipping disabled. Not on YouTube though. How do we go from Proco to eugenics? Like, how did that happen? What's the segue there? Selective breeding. Yeah, we're gonna do this. I'm already recording the screen. Dude, copyright, copyright, copyright. Is there any Streisand effect more perfect than the copyright strike? Speaking of Streisand effect, have you guys heard about the Watch Mojo stuff? I'm gonna crouch out in my comments if any of you say I'm washed because I haven't made a video since lesson 2. Kavel would sue people. I'd sue people for fun and for profit. That's a multi-layered joke, those who know. I'd sue people when I get bored. Bear, I'm suing you, by the way. Actually, no, I'm suing Kat over allegations of her cheating on Wordle. Watch Mojo's still going. So someone literally made a video about like Watch Mojo's washed, right? There's like allegations of AI written video essays and stuff like that. And Watch Mojo commented crashing out. They're like, we're still relevant. We're still relevant. Like insulting them and stuff like that. Actually, I'm not sure if they insulted them. But yeah, stuff like that. I can't even play Wordle anymore. Because you got banned for cheating, Kat. We all know. You can't hide from it. Address the allegations, Kat. Black screen? What? Oh, is that what happens whenever you try clicking on Wordle? That's low, Cat. If she's trying to do like the streamer can't see thing, unironically, I will time out people who try to do like, oh, you're muted as a joke or a black screen. If you do it enough, right? Like, I'm not going to go out swinging the ban hammer wildly, but like, that is for a stream where we're about focusing and stuff, that is so annoying. Now, am I saying it's funny if you do that to other streamers? No, don't do it to other streamers. But it will make them check every time if you say they're muted. Is this the Northernline bit? It is. Black screen, yeah. I'm not feeling confident about this one, guys. Okay, we may go quiet for a second as I really hone in on this one. Jeez. We've done a good job so far adhering to the minor axis, but doesn't mean we're out of the woods yet, right? God, dude, that's always so stressful. Holy crap. Oh my gosh. You miss your puzzles? You still do the duo trigordal. Oh wait, I overdid it, whatever. Okay, I don't care. I've never cared actually. I'm gonna go blow my nose. I'll be right back. Oh frick. If my desk cool. Okay, be right back. That kind of gave me the idea, like, what if during our ellipses we like make it super like intense music, like the Jeopardy music? Just stress me the hell out. We are not gonna do that. What are you guys eating? What does that mean? Like, what do we like to eat? Well, cat isn't eating? Art. Real. Kind of correct that one a little bit. Nice beef stew. I'm gonna say a bad take, guys. I need you to accept me for who I am and not judge me too harshly. I don't like stew. I only like stew if like half of it is meat and potatoes. You know, you're fine. You're fine, Jolly. Do not. Okay. I knew this would happen. I'm sorry. Stew isn't bad. I just don't like it. There needs to be bread or rice. I agree, right? Stew on its own is very hard to make extremely flavorful to the degree where I'm enjoying the broth itself. I want a lot of meat in there, right? I need solids. Okay, I don't like. Actually, no, I like miso, and miso, like, if you don't get it with the tofu inside of it, which why are you getting miso without tofu? Or like what is it called? The other soup dish that's very popular in the US. That's like adjacent to miso, but alrighty, have a good one, Cap. You guys eating rice? I love rice. Rice is top food. Some jasmine. I had a basmati kick for a while, but I still think just jasmine white rice is the way to go. Now, long grain white rice, bleh, bleh. Literally soup is great and there's not something wrong with you. I'm not saying, hey, whoa. I'm not saying soup is bad. Soup is wonderful. To some tomato basil, right? Some broccoli cheddar, oh my god. Etc. And there's many great soups besides that. But I'm just not the biggest fan of stew. What's rare? The rices? Us eating rice? Okay, this isn't. Oh, we overshot it a little bit. That's okay, but I've rarely had rice with stew though. But I think that's dependent upon the kind of stews. Stewy. Okay, guys, 3 ellipses left. We got this. Should I be like Ludwig and like really hype up the chat and like get dramatic music going? That's the difference between a streamer like me who's just like, hey, we gotta draw, show up, draw, leave, and him, the entertainer. Outside of Asia, enjoy rice. Rice is very important where I live. Now the rice here is very different from, cooked differently, prepared, served differently, and eaten differently than rice in Asia, but still very important. Oh, true. Bear, yeah. I am from the white demographic, so maybe it is rarer to appreciate rice. Not trying to be a pick-me, just saying that. This is what I'm doing? No. Ah, there we go. A lot of people in the West really like rice, yes. However, if we're going to say like, the conventional rice that I'd say white Americans enjoy when they hear rice, maybe it is like chicken fried rice, which I'd say like undermines. Because like half of that is just MSG, let's be honest. Not that MSG sucks. We love the taste of MSG. Come on, man, my mouth is watering. But like what was the there was a fried rice dish that apparently, like, Singapore is apparently known for this rice dish. I can't remember what it's called. It's like chicken and rice, basically, and then a soup, like a clear soup. That's what I was thinking of. And people swear by it. It's all right. I didn't think it's all that. Laksa was like my favorite thing I had in Singapore. Where did I put the tiny ruler? There it is. Chinese, yes. Thank you. Yeah, Hainanese chicken rice. Like, it was literally just chicken. It tasted great. It tasted good. It wasn't bad, but like, it was just kind of chicken and rice and like a pretty good sauce that, or like not really even a sauce, I'd say. Um, but I wouldn't say it's like crazy game changing or anything, especially to the chicken and rice that I've grown accustomed to. Maybe my, like sadistic, tortured American palate cannot comprehend the beauties and luxuries of Hainanese chicken rice. It's a possibility. I think there's a food spot that has Michelin rating, so it probably jumped up the popularity. Yes, there are many hawker stands that like have crazy, like Michelin stars, crazy lines. I did try them for the sake of trying them, but I can't say like I frequently did that. In fact, I halfway through the trip, I just stopped going to the Michelin star hawker stands because why? Like, yeah, it's also the national dish. Really, more so than laksa? Because laksa is so good, dude. Holy frick. Okay, yeah. I was gonna say laksa has to be like one of the national dishes there. Oh, I'm thinking I could literally walk you to the Newton Center Hawker Center, the new Hawker Center, yeah. Newton Hawker Center, and it's called like Mimi's laksa. Yeah, dude, holy. It was so good. I'm thinking about it right now. I'm depressed I don't have it. It's oh man. I legit took pictures of all the food I ate in Singapore. I didn't take pictures of that laksa because I ate it too fast. And I'm upset because it looked really good too. Oh my god. I'm starving myself now. Now I really want like, oh my god, at the end of my trip in Singapore, we had an all-you-can-eat buffet and they had like infinite sashimi and stuff. Oh my god, dude. It was ridiculous. The egg. Oh. Okay, this is like the two hardest ellipses here, guys. And I'm starving. I'm like hungry now. Oh. Dude. Southeast Asian food. I don't want to rank foods because that's mean, right? Personally, for me, it's like Hispanic food and then Southeast Asian. I think those are like hydrate already. No, don't worry. Good timing. Yeah, that's probably like top two. It has so much flavor, so much variety. You can't go wrong. God, I'm hungry, dude. That water's gonna like help reset me. Is the home for spices. That was the thing though, and I'm gonna say this and then we're gonna focus up. In Singapore at least, I was weirdly so everyone tells me in the US, hey, all the Chinese food, all the Eastern Asian food that you have in America is super sweet because they put a bunch of sugar in it. I'm like, okay, so my understanding is that when I go to Singapore, a lot of the food will be less sweet and have a bit more like umami, a bit more flavor, whatever. And then like my friend and I had a habit of every time we ate something in Singapore, we'd be like, this is weirdly sweet. Like I did not expect it to be this sweet. So yeah, I'm not totally sure what that means, but also I need to redo this VP. Now, of course, this goes without saying. Singapore had some of the most flavorful stuff I've ever eaten in my life. I knew I should have taped it. Yeah, because like I had a project where we had to really understand the Panda Express menu. I'm not gonna explain why, but we had to basically understand like all the ingredients, all that stuff, right? And dude, the amount of sugar. I'm not saying that Panda Express is the paradigm of American Chinese food, but undeniably it has a foothold there, right? The amount of sugar in Panda Express's food is ridiculous. In fact, I stopped eating Panda Expresses frequently because of that. What class does that? I can't say because it's very specific to my university, but yeah. Maybe because the good has been washed by the West's trend. I'm not totally sure. Because like these are hawker stands, right? They've been doing this for like literally, some of them have been open for like almost 100 years. Maybe more, right? Or have existed, right? And I would doubt they would cater so much to the Western palate for the sake of appeasing some tourists. When, they hawker centers are cheap because Singaporean like want the cheap food, right? And not because it's cheap in the sense of like, oh, it's cheap and not that good. It's great food. And it's meant to be like, you come back from work, you eat quickly, you grab your food, you go back. From how I was explained to it, there's definitely a communal aspect to it too, right? Which was also a culture shock that I loved. You're sitting next to just a random person, and I love it. Even the beef broccoli, I typically eat that shit as healthy and not saucy. I know the biggest offender was the orange chicken and the teriyaki chicken. I'm not sure about the beef and broccoli, but I would honestly wager that they got still some pretty heavy sugar in there. Okay, I may go a little quiet, guys, as we're focusing on the next ellipse. Okay, not too happy about the degree right there, but we succeeded. Whew. Yes, avocado vitamin. I have no idea what that even means still. I know you explained it, but it still doesn't make sense. Yeah, no, I wasn't respecting the minor axis. That sucks, but hey, it is what it is. We will survive. Let's do it again. Oh, we are starting to see some of the distortion. In fact, I'd wager we have the minor axis flipped down here. I hate it when my accent slips out. Do you get Miss Game Guesser? You did not. We're going to do that once we're done with all of these. And then... Oh, wait, we got to cheat. We have to cheat right here. We may not do that. Is Twitch just bricking your phone? We'll do it at the end of stream. How about that? And then we'll call it for the day. Because, like, I like Game Guesser. But we've also been doing well with focusing. Or, not focusing well, but, like, I'm not feeling at the point where I need a break just yet. I want to keep you up all night, though, QR, if that's what you're waiting on. Also watched the latest episode of Why Sing When You Can Warble, Kujima. I love Kujima so much. I love saying Kujima's name and Kujima's voice. Kojima. I love it so much. They are so adorable. Please go watch Why Sing If You Can Warble. If you like Slice of Life, it isn't like crazy well written or anything, right? Not necessarily. But it's cute, and I really appreciate it. It knows what it is, and it doesn't try to do anything like too fancy. There is still, like, I'm not saying it has a bad plot or anything. The main plot is actually pretty relevant, and I like it a lot. About his Arata's brother. So give it a watch if you're looking for something nice and simple. Flexing your emotes on Bear. Too bad she's been banished from the Kavel streams on Twitch. Banned. Because she called me mean things. Sorry. It's locking again, guys. I hate using that word, but it is what we are doing. Oh god, this is gonna be the biggest ellipse. Big belly ellipse. Big belly. Messed up that corner. But it is what it is. We'll live. Yo, Bear Rug on Twitch. Hey, Kavel, what's the difference between a vitamin and a smoothie? Bro, I don't. What the. Dude, what? Vitamins are in smoothies. Yeah, man. We've been new jobbing it up as of recent, as the kids say. This one has. Oh no, it's Clam Bon. I don't know who that is. I like the thumbnail for it though, the album cover. Okay, guys, one more and then we do some game guesser. We're gonna do the game duel today. Game duel has kind of replaced game guesser, but we're still gonna do game guesser. That was pretty decent. You meant smoothie? Okay. No, that's totally fine. I was just smoothie and vitamin are very. Artie, thank you very much for following Jolly. Thank you very much for joining and sharing bits and parts of your culture with us and hanging out. I hope you have a wonderful one. Please get some sleep. It is very early. And I hope to see you sometime in the future. And sorry, I keep looking at chat instead of camera. We'll get used to it at some point. Okay, guys. We had some bumps. Not all of these ellipses are great. This degree should have been higher. This one was okay, but wobbly. We will reinforce these with French curves and stuff, but let's do some game guesser. Posture check. I needed that. Cool. So we're just gonna hang out in BRB for a quick second as I set everything up. Let's head over here, get some. Let's see, we're gonna do the game duel. Going to do guess the game. And we'll do, what should we end it on? Some open guesser? And then we'll, I almost said cancel stream. Then we'll call stream. So. Let's see if this glitches. It glitched last time and showed my face cam even though it wasn't enabled. So let's see if that happens. Ready? Maybe it did for a frame. I don't know. Anyways, we are here at the game duel. Let me take a big sip of water real quick. I know, I like it. It's very fun. Let's do this. 1% of people completed this? I don't know. Anyways. Cover art. Ace Attorney? That's my best guess. How do you spell it? I don't know which one. This does look like a Miles Edgeworth, though. There's so much. Do we think this is Phoenix Wright? There's so many Ace Attorneys. No to Phoenix Wright. This because this little blur right here could be Phoenix Wright. Looks like a new character. Yeah, I mean, this could be like a side character involved in the investigation, while this like tan blob right here is the actual Mr. Ace Attorney. I'm going to go this one. Oh, okay. Okay, we just need to figure it out. Correct franchise, and so Ace Attorney Investigations. Like, does it mean also that's Miles Edgeworth? Okay, what's the difference here? Ace Attorney Investigations 2. Prosecutor's Gambit. I mean, more modern game. Ace Attorney investigations. There's only 2 we can do here, so maybe it's not like. There's a lot of ace attorneys. um, go for Phoenix. All of these are Phoenix? Or like the Phoenix right specifically? It literally says it right here, but we don't know which. uh, Justice for All. Frick. There he is! I knew that blob was him, that tan blob. This could be the professor. Wait. It was like Justice for All. Trials and Tribulations. Professor Layton? Frick. What is that E? What is the average guess for this? 4? Okay, we're already worse than average, damn. I'm gonna assume this is Ace Attorney. Trials and Tribulations. Have I done that? Oh, come on, come on. There's a D. D. Dual Destinies. It has to be it. Yay! Age restricted. Let's go. We got our first one. Oh, wait, no. I think we got it correct the first day we played this. Black and white. Sekiro? Oh, just because I see Japanese, that's not helpful. It could be Assassin's Creed, the Japanese Assassin's Creed. It could be, Oh no! What's the PS4 one? Where you I played it. Give me a second. I think it's that one. I can literally see it in my head. It has like the quick draw moments. Oh wait, Yakuza's a perfect guess. Holy shit. Yakuza 0. Great guess, Bear. Okay. Oh, bloody head. And it's like a ninja. And this looks like older, crustier. I'm gonna Google and cheat a little. PS4 samurai game. Ghost of Tsushima. I'm not seeing the Ghost of Tsushima stuff. I'm just gonna toss it in. What the hell? Some ninja game. Who's killing ninjas? Whose game is that? Ninja Gaiden? I've never played or heard of Ninja Gaiden. Oh, chainsaw! Excuse me? Who's killing? I'm gonna hit skip. If anyone knows, by the way, feel free to interject with these. Holy random. Eh? Something World? Mad World? Isn't that a game? Mad World? Mad World. I don't even know why I've heard of Mad World before. I'm gonna be real with you, I don't. But hey, it was good enough for this. So 2009. We're winning. We are winning. Barely. We're like character. Is this from that Marvel game that like flopped? Marvel game flop. Marvel's Avengers. Marvel's Avengers 2020. I was thinking like Black Widow or something, but 2 average? Shut the hell up. It definitely feels AAA. This could be so it's a female character, and I'm not saying that because of the painted nails, but because a modern game would never do the hip thing. Stretch during a game. You're crazy. They would never do the hip thing where like the hips are exposed to a male, sadly. I mean, I would love to find a game where they do that, but I doubt that's what's going on here. Injustice 2, or like one of those games, or what's the one? Cruelty Squad. Is there a Cruelty Squad game? Not Cruelty Squad. What is it called? Suicide. Unalive Squad game. Okay. I'm gonna skip for now. Huh? Is this a fighting game, maybe? Oh shoot! Is this what I think it is? There was a logo on there, but I couldn't make it out. Freaking Cyberpunk 2077. I don't know her name though. I think she's like one of the main romance characters. You can't guess by game yet. Okay, well I'm gonna guess by game in a second. Cyberpunk, right? Jill? Is this Jill? Which video game does this character belong to? Cyberpunk? Yay! It's Pan Am from Cyberpunk. That is a crazy outfit. I fuck with that. Heavy. At least we got the game, but that was rough. Keywords. I like this one. Nebula, Mothership, Micromanagement throws me off, and Desert Planet. This could be one of those like RTS econ, like what's that one game where there's like game with a space war that costed thousands of dollars? Was it PlanetSide? EVE Online. EVE Online. No. Galactic Exile, Strategic Zoom, Titan Empire. PlanetSide? I don't know any of these games. Emotional Story, Asteroid Mining, Voice Narration, Cryogenic People, Mass Effect? I don't know if Mass Effect applies to these, but the Emotional Story kind of. Mass Effect 2? Nope. Semi-open source, Dead and Multiplayer, Hyperspace Jumps, Persistent Fleet. No Man's Sky's calling to me, but Cryogenic People, Galactic Exile, Strategic Zoom, and Micromanagement don't technically, and Mothership technically don't make sense. There's so many like space game RTSs out there. Real time, yeah, RTS, okay. XCOM? You're losing me here. Any final saves? Where's TS Block when we need them? Our savior. Okay, I'm gonna send it. Homeworld. Wow. This looks different for sure. This wow. Okay. The final one, the hardest one, everybody. We gotta start with a video game to begin. We're gonna start with Portal 2 today, because I feel like that's right in the middle of everything. This will tell us a lot. Here we go. So younger or older than 2011. It's also first person, which is very helpful. It could be any of these. So something before 2011, it is not Valve. And it is first person. First person game, not Valve. There's a lot of first person games before then. Minecraft was released in 2009. I know, right? It is split screen co-op. Technically co-op. It's also PvP. I'm not sure if they separate that. Multiplayer and single player. So it can't be that. Can't be Minecraft. First person. We could pick from CODs. Those are also split screen, but they're also co-op. Are they? Yeah. COD Zombies. Yeah, Minecraft. Yeah, that's why we're not going Minecraft, because it has all of these. Grand Theft Auto, but that also has third person. And this is strictly just first person. We could go really, and it's near 2011, so it's like 2009. Arena FPS. That's what I was thinking, like Quake. Should we do like Quake 3? When was Quake 3 released? 1999. I'm trolling. I thought Quake was like, I thought Quake 1 came out in 1998, or like, no, like 95. We're already up to Quake 3 in 99? Who knows? This is like exactly where my game knowledge gets a little bit muddy. We'll toss in Quake, Unreal Tournament. Wait. When was Titanfall released? Titanfall 2 was 2016. I'm trolling. And that's technically for third person once you get into the... I am trying to metagame this a little bit too hard. I think we should just pick one and go. I'm gonna pick an Unreal Tournament. Unreal Tournament 3. I'm gonna cough as well. Holy. Clearing out Epic Games actually helps a lot. So it's 2009, 10, or 8, 9, or 10. It is not a shooter. Yeah. It will, definitely. Adventure, I feel the best about, or puzzle. Platform wouldn't technically make sense in a first person, even though Portal 2 was a first person platform, but like, I don't know. I wouldn't consider those counting. These categories are kind of useless. I'm gonna be real. Red franchise and Saga. Oh, this also, wait, this got rid of Unreal Engine. Should we do a Unity? No, Unity wasn't that popular that earlier. What other game engine? It would have to be like, is there a strictly first person Resident Evil out in that time? No. And that's also a shooter. I need to get out of my shooter brain, bro. Let's see, puzzle games at that time, there's Myst. When was Myst released? 1993 is the original. I doubt they would count remakes and stuff. Oh, jeez. I guess we'll just pick a non-shooter from that era, not first person. We'll just ignore the first person for now. We'll throw this one just to capture the date. I think the date is important. So I'll throw in Minecraft just because that's 2009. What about that? It's 2011? No. Wrong. Frick you. Also, virtual reality, no. You need a mod for that, bro. I disagree vehemently. And it's an MMO? Bah. Blah. Oh, look at this. It must be an adventure. First-person adventure game. Adventure, I assume, is liberal because they've set Portal 2 as adventure. So that just means action more so, I guess. That is really good to know. Do we have any crossover here? We don't. Doom. is a good pick, but Doom is also a shooter, so it will not be Doom. So an adventure, either action or science fiction. I'm going to assume action because it's that, but that could be a bad one. I'm going to look up 2008 games. RPG, first person RPG. Is Monster Hunter's third person? The first person constraint is killing me. First person 2008 games. I'm Googling. Left 4 Dead, no. Mirror's Edge. That's action. It's not a shooter. Oh. I feel good about that. No, man. That's like hitting all the things, though. Okay, well, we know it's not 2008, so it must be 2009. Mechanarium. Mechanarium's a great pick. That is a really good pick. 2009. It isn't first person, though, is it? It's a side platform, right? Unfortunately. But that's also just a great game. 2009, first person shooters. I'm not sure if it's cheating to Google it like this, but. Or first person games, sorry. We're just do 2008 games. I've been wanting to throw out an Uncharted this whole time, but that is technically a shooter and it's also not first person. Thank God. It is. What is Braid? Braid the video game. Puzzle platformer. Forza doesn't count. Assassin's Creed is third, second person. Killzone 2 is a first person shooter. Peggle. Bayonetta is not first person. Demon Souls released in February 5th, 2009? Bro, I'm getting lost here. Maybe we go to the 2010s. It does surprise me that the internet, or at least for what I can find, does not. Oh my gosh, my nose only. Jesus, sorry about that. There's not like a giant compendium of every game ever made, and I could search by like year and stuff. There probably is, but I just can't find it. Mass Effect 2, no, that's third person. Shots like disembodied head. Red Dead Redemption is a shooter, third person. Halo Reach, 2010. That's a shooter though. Super Meat Boy, no. Uh-oh. We may have to throw this one, guys. We may have to give up. Clue in one attempt. Well, we'll throw in a 2010 game to see if it's 2010. That'll at least lock that down. So we'll do some Halo Reach. 2010. Okay, awesome. Let's do a guess, a clue. Oh, here we go. Horror action survival, not a shooter. Horror games from 2010. Holy crap, guys. This may be it. Let me double check. 2010. Horror. First person. Oh, we only had to cheat a little bit. There we go, guys. We got it. This was pretty successful generally. Amnesia. I can't believe I didn't think. My brain wasn't in the horror sector. We did talk about Resident Evil just a tiny bit, but we didn't really focus on too much. Anyways, game guesser. This looks deceptively a lot like Mario. This looks like the Game Grumps thing too, but I don't want to say this is Mario. This is Mario? Which one? Mario 64. We're just going to throw it in there. Super Mario 64. Okay, so you can't tell me that it's not at all related to Mario when it's literally on the N64 and has Mario BS in there. Now the game is, which Mario is this? Dr. Mario 64? Nope. Mario Party. Now, which one? I don't know. When was it released? Too old? So we go Mario Party 2? Craziness. I think it may be Mario. There we go. Nice. Okay. And then we'll do some open guesser to finish off tonight. Let's do I'm constantly in search of a better map, though. Geo quizzes? I think we needed a count or something. Hydrate? We will hydrate. Oh, this... Oh, wait, no. I'm unmuted. Cool. I feel like this is just education stuff, and I'll also just humble myself. It's good for learning, but that's not what I'm here for. I do like the dumb test. Let's look for some more. Famous places could be good. Let's play some famous places. Okay, well, we're already off to a good start if that's what I think it was. You can't just give me random city. Oh, this looks familiar. I'm going to assume somewhere in China. But I really have no clue. Kind of borked here, and I can't move. So we have to guess where in China. I don't, let's just guess Shanghai. Shanghai? Oh God. He knows it. He knows his Shanghai. Gay capital of China. Actually, it's not. Maybe. I was watching a video of a dude and he was like, they don't have spicy food in Shanghai. That's why. So I have a guess as to where we may be. But I don't want to be too hasty. Is this Beijing? I could be wrong. Ban anybody who says the Tokyo Tower. I have a feeling this may be Beijing, but I could be wrong. I don't know. I actually don't know. It was Shanghai! He doesn't know Shanghai! It's everything Shanghai, man. Oh, I'm so fake. I don't know a single thing. Ooh, okay. Dred Scott. Old Courthouse, U.S. Department of the Interior, National Park Service. Sadly, guys, I do not know where in the U.S. the National Service is. Do I recognize the 314 area code? No. However, I may have an idea of where we are. I just can't remember if it's in Louisiana or Missouri. Let's try figuring that out. I'm fake as hell. I'm such a fake. I'm such a fake. Excuse me, everybody. Does anybody here know what state we are in? Okay, this is awful. This is terrible. Why have this? Google. Let's do better. Here we go. Wait. Give me a capital or something. I'm so fake. Oh. Give me like Louisiana Drive or something, or Missouri Drive. Oh man, I'm so dumb. Kansas City. Oh, okay, wait, Missouri. That worries me. IL, Illinois. I'm so lost. I need to stop embarrassing myself. That sign really bothers me. Oh wait, it's called White Hardware. Okay, I thought it was like a freaking Confederate thing. I was like really concerned. Okay. Oh, say something, please. No. Okay, I'm just gonna guess Missouri. Oh yeah, Kansas City, Missouri. Dude, I'm a chud. I'm so stupid. I'm so stupid. Now, where is it? Stupid American does not know his own country. I'm just, that's an airport. So we're gonna, town center. I'm assuming it's this then. Okay, I'm dumb. St. Louis. Dude, I'm dumb as fuck. I'm so dumb. Oh. I'm gonna assume this is Mount Everest. Don't tell me. GitHub. I'm gonna assume this is Mount Everest. It's in Bhutan, right? Or Nepal. No, Nepal. Right? I could be really embarrassing myself here. Oh! Oh! Sorry, how am I supposed to know a mountain, bro? Matterhorn? Bro, get out of here. Get out of here. This is Disney World. This may be Disney World. Ma'am, please do not lean on the railing. This is like, yeah, Disneyland Park. Which one is this? Dude, this is the dumb test. I'm dumb. I don't know things. I'm gonna assume Florida Disneyland. I don't even know if it's in Miami or anything, or Tampa. Hollywood. Look at chat. Oh, wait. Oh my god, is YouTube chat? Dude, I'm so sorry. Wait. Dude, QR, I've accidentally had my YouTube, my multi-chat hidden. I'm so freaking sorry. France, I didn't even know there's a Paris, France, Disney World. I never even knew that. I'm assuming it's not going to be like Central France. This is like somewhere. We're about to learn where Disney World France is. The giant circle. This is kind of intimidating as hell. I guess it's like a tram they have to like do stuff. American can't conceive of a roundabout. I have a feeling. Now, ironically, holy god, St. Louis, dude, I'm so sorry. I'm such an idiot. American does do this. I'm just humbling myself this stream. QR is cooking. Yeah, I just realized. I'm so dumb. I don't even know where the Pentagon is, bro. QR is not even from the US. I'm so dumb, bro. It's like Virginia, right? Probably not Norfolk. DC? I don't know why I'm getting vibes. Is it DC? I'm not seeing a Pentagon anywhere. So we're gonna learn. This is a learning stream. I was across the street. Holy. Oh, it's so tiny. I didn't realize it was like. There we go. Give me something I shouldn't know. This is not Niagara Falls. I've never been right before. Where would this be? Crazy? Crazy? Don't even tell me what it is. I'm just gonna guess South Africa. I don't know why. I'm going South Africa. Oh! I don't know. That was vibes. That was pure vibes. I don't know why it worked. I'm gonna count that as a win. I don't care what anyone says. I'm counting that. Normandy, like the cliffs right next to it, or whatever that type beat is. Like I'm thinking here, or like Wales here. 3 countries away. I'm glad I got the right continent, man. Like I was thinking, should we go Dingle, guys? I'm feeling Dingle. Oh, damn. 3 countries far, but okay. Leave me alone. Okay, so I don't know where the Kaaba is. I know what this is. I just don't know where it is. Dude, I'm really exposing myself right now. Saudi? Okay, Saudi. Is it here? Makkah. Okay, thank you. We are learning today. I'd assume I know what, but not where. That is me for sure. Let me find where. I'm just gonna search all of these for. Ah, yes. I'm gonna assume everything circles around this. Oh, there we go. Thank you very much. Hell yes. Okay. Posture check. I needed that. That's good. I'm kind of feeling like here, maybe. My bad. That was Rapid City, Keystone. Okay. Oh, is this in India? Statue of Unity. I feel like I read an article about this before. So I'm just gonna throw it in New Delhi. Okay. I'm glad to get the country. Statue of Unity in next to Surat. Oh my god! This is in France, right? Or Spain. Is it in France or Spain? What are they called? It's the something cave paintings. Cave paintings. I'm trying to like cycle the memory in my brain. Something cave paintings. Oh. Guernsey, Jersey. I'm feeling France. And I'm gonna go like over here. Dijon. Fuck. Where is it? What is it called? Okay, there's no way I'm even. Oh wait, German. Hole from Lasso. I'm assuming that's how you pronounce that. Any French enjoyers in chat? I have a feeling I know what country this is at least in. Anyone know where in China this is located? Perhaps. I feel like it would have to be near a capital, right? A very important city. Do we go for Shanghai again? Near a capital? Beijing, Hong Kong. Let's do Beijing. If it's Shanghai again, I'm moving there. Okay. It was in Xi'an or Weinan. I'm legit gonna keep all of these in my brain, guys. We're gonna do this again. I wonder where we are. This one I can get. This one I'm capable of. There we go. Okay, let's do a couple more, and we'll call it. Ooh. Sir, where are we? The globe. Is this a World War II memorial? Now we can actually guess over here. Hmm. I have no idea though. I'm going here because I feel like it. Wow. Oh, is it like the most northern point of Europe? Oh. In the Skarsfag. Fag? I don't know. Last one. Oh. Dude. I mean, I guess last one, bro. We can't end it on this one. Never mind, bro. I can't even remember where it is, honestly, but we're just gonna keep going. Keep moving. Where is it? It was in Poland? Jolly, you're still here? Okay, come on. And we can't have this. Come on, this is too easy. Where's the orb? Where's the ball? What a place for the last guess. We need to do something better than this, right? I thought it was Las Vegas, is it not? The sphere? The ball? I could be tripping. Is it LA? I thought it was Las Vegas. Is it Los Angeles? Dude, I'm realizing this stream just how dumb I am. Like I know I'm not the brightest, but I'm going for the Las Vegas sphere. What a really innocuous place. Cat would have loved the ball. Okay, come on. Last one for real. Oh, dude. One that like you make me struggle, you know, just a little bit, right? Where is it? Like, come on. Ah, here we are. The Statue of Litterby. I just shit my pants. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, my bad. Damn. Okay, come on. Is this the Rock in South Africa, or is this the Rock at the Gibraltar one? Context clues. Which rock? Zelda? Didn't know Zelda had a rock. That is really imposing. I do really love that. This guy just chilling, living down here, like, yeah, it's normal. Hanjin? South Africa? Cape Town? We are really at the edge of something, and we're surrounded by other Cape of Good Hope. Send it. Fuck, it was. It was Gibraltar. No, it's the Rock of Gibraltar, bro. Gee, everybody. Cool. Well, we'll end it there. So, thank you all very much for joining me tonight. Thank you, Riptide Safi. Welcome to the stream, Jolly, and our new friend who was over on YouTube, correct? Let me make sure I'm getting the name. I'll just scroll through here. Also, yes, Toast Bear Cat. Who was the other person who joined us? They had like the green name. Am I trolling? Perfection, yes. And I can't be bothered to keep scrolling. But thank you all for joining. We will not be streaming for a week, maybe more. I would like to be streaming next Saturday. Raid. Do we have enough? Nah, I want to raid with more people if I could. Raid. Fine. We'll. I don't want to deal with the energy of doing a raid. I know, it's just like raids, like then I have to introduce myself or stuff like that. And like stay in the stream. It's stressful, man. Here. when we come back, we will surely have more people. We will do a raid then, okay? We could be, so we could be streaming in the coming week, but just keep the copy pasta at the ready. True, I just like, then they're like, oh, hi, Kavel, like, how are you doing? And they keep asking questions. Not that I hate that. It's just like, it's a lot after, what, a 2-hour stream? 3-hour stream? We'll do one soon, though. Get ready. I'll try to, like, round the troops so we could get a good amount of numbers and hit them with some viewers. So yeah, we may not be streaming until next Saturday, which would be the 23rd. We may be streaming intermittently, do some digital streams between here and there, so stay tuned, but otherwise, yeah. So once again, sincerely, thank you all. It's been amazing so far, and I cannot wait to see you guys in a week. Bye for now.